In this video tutorial, of course, I'm going to be explaining some key components as well as key definition when it comes to photosynthesis. This is going to be episode 1 of this series on the topic photosynthesis. And of course, after this video, I'm going to set up a quiz on the community section of this channel so that you can go directly to it to join and see how you can participate, to see how you can improve your knowledge on this topic. And this is just the episode 1. We are going to be releasing the next episode very soon. So you want to make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you are going to be a part of this to see how you can improve yourself based on this topic. Of course, everything you need to know will be explained. That is why you need to join this channel as a subscriber to benefit from all the uploads we are going to be releasing shortly. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin first with the crucial definitions of photosynthesis. First, I'm going to be making two different definitions of this particular topic, photosynthesis, and explaining some key components for you to understand what exactly it is all about. First, I will start with the first definition of photosynthesis. Now, looking at this aspect, when I'm looking at the term photosynthesis, there are some crucial aspects I want to fit inside of the definition to make it looks empowering in terms of the definition. First, the first definition I'm going to give for this particular term, photosynthesis, is the process whereby green plant containing chlorophyll in chloroplast. In other words, I'm specifying that green plant containing chlorophyll in chloroplast. So I'll begin again. The process by which green plant containing chlorophyll in chloroplast will absorb solar energy from the sun in order to manufacture their food, which is carbohydrate, by combining carbon dioxide and water and oxygen being given off as a byproduct. This is a crucial definition, which of course you need to bring all these components together to fit it in so that the definition is going to be very powerful. Of course, when it comes to the key definition of this particular topic, photosynthesis, these things must be put in order. And of course, I'll repeat the definition again so that we see exactly what we are trying to talk about. First, I've said that it is the process whereby green plant containing chlorophyll in chloroplast will absorb solar energy from the sun to manufacture their food, which is carbohydrate, and combining carbon dioxide and water with oxygen being given off as a byproduct. In other words, the food which is being manufactured is carbohydrate, and the raw materials needed for the production of this carbohydrate is carbon dioxide and water, which is being combined to form carbohydrate in the presence of sunlight, which is the primary source of energy, and oxygen is being given off as a byproduct. So looking at this term, the word term as photosynthesis coming out vitally based on the feeding in of all of these components together to make it very powerful. I'll also look at the second definition of this so that we are also going to see another way we can put it in terms of its definition, which is still very powerful for this particular definition. First, I'll state that it is a biological process by which green plant, algae, and some bacteria. Note that I've stated three very important components here. I've said green plant, algae, and some bacteria. Not all bacteria, but some bacteria, and of course green plant as well, and algae is also being involved. So these three components, which is green plant, algae, and some bacteria, convert light energy or solar energy into chemical energy stored in glucose and some organic molecules. Looking at this definition, it is also very powerful because, of course, you are letting us to know that here, when it comes to this key term definition, we are talking about three major components here, which involve green plant, which carry out the process of photosynthesis. We are talking about algae and some bacteria, which convert solar energy or light energy into chemical energy stored in glucose and other organic molecules. This is also the next way you can fit in this definition by joining the key component together and see how you can come out with a powerful definition in place. And of course, I'll state that it is one of the most important aspects in the biosphere, as it serves as the primary mechanism through which energy enters the vast majority of the ecosystem on Earth. Now, you remember in the first definition which I gave for photosynthesis, which I stated that it is the process whereby green plants containing chlorophyll in chloroplast will absorb solar energy. Some key component of this particular topic termed photosynthesis, I want to highlight some of the key components and give you some rules which they play, as well as defining some of these key components for you to better understand this definition. First, I've stated that chlorophyll in chloroplast. I want to look at chlorophyll, and I also want to look at chloroplast. Looking at chloroplast, it is the location whereby photosynthesis actually occurs. And inside of the chloroplast are found membrane-bound organelles, and also within it are found thylakoid and stroma, where photosynthesis actually occur. And of course, both stages of the reaction of photosynthesis, like the light stage of the reaction and the dark stage, occur at this level. Looking now at the key definition of chloroplast, I will state that it is the location whereby photosynthesis actually occur, and of course, within these chloroplasts are found membrane-bound organelles, also including thylakoid and stroma, where the different stages of photosynthesis occurs or takes place. Looking at chlorophyll, I want to look at this key component, chlorophyll, and look at the definition here. Chlorophyll is responsible for absorption of light. It is the pigment which is responsible for capturing light or solar energy. And of course, there are other pigments such as carotenoid, which also play an auxiliary role in light absorption. So looking at chloroplast and chlorophyll, I'll still state that chlorophyll is the photosynthetic pigment which is responsible for capturing light energy to activate this process. And also looking at other photosynthetic pigments like carotenoid, they also play an auxiliary role in light capturing. And looking at chloroplast, I will state that it is at this level where photosynthesis occurs. Inside of the chloroplast are membrane-bound organelles, which of course, in this membrane, there are also found thylakoid membrane, as well as in the stroma, where the different stages of photosynthesis occur. Of course, I will be coming out with the next episode of this particular series, termed photosynthesis. I'll also set up a community tab area where I'll go ahead to create a quiz on this particular explanation. You want to make sure that you go ahead to participate to see how you can answer some of those questions to enable you to have more knowledge on this topic. So make sure that you subscribe so as to keep updated to upcoming video tutorial. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you again in the next episode. Bye-bye.